Hey there, fellow potters, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Survival Fountain of Youth, Episode 5, Pottery and Kiln. Now, if you ever get stuck, it's worth mentioning, if you fall clipping into the terrain, once per island you can unstuck yourself, where you'll respawn at the closest spawn point. With that said, after you get stuck a second time, you will die, technically. Like, it counts as a death. So if you're on permadeath mode, be very careful, like, clipping into the terrain in weird ways, because you only get one screw-up per island. There is one specific island that is, sort of a mangrove, which I find I get stuck in more often than others, because so just warning you about that. There was a shiny point of interest thing over yonder, so I wanted to check that out on my way home. Poke, 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 poke. There we go. More survival points, the better. So let's see. Here we are at an ancient drawing for another survival point. And there's now a side mission to visit the arch in the jungle and the arch in the savannah from that ancient observatory building. So this survival point, I'm going to invest in completing survival tasks and find nature, a 50% bonus to book reading speed. I don't have any books yet, but when I do, that's going to be really handy. So every skill has 2 books associated with it to give you, like, bonuses. So there's 2 skill books for crafting, 2 for fire starting, 2 for cooking, so on and so forth. And then as you find the books and read the books, you unlock big bonuses to be able to associated with that specific skill. Eucalyptus seeds, cool. And there's some sort of potion and artifact over here. Potion might be in the water, and I'm not that eager in jumping in the water while I already have a cold, though. So I'll have to come back for that. So this is a piece of the natives map. And then a potion down by those bones. You know what? I'm already sick. YOLO. Woohoo! It is a snake potion. So we already know what the bird potion does. I'm hopped up on it right now. So the strength of the bird gives you unlimited concentration. And the buffalo potion is a regen potion. And the snake potion is a stats potion. So I'll show you that in a second when I'm not drowning. So the snake potion halts the consumption of food, water, and energy for a day. So it's really handy when you're on a long excursion. So, right now, I'm on my home island, so it really wouldn't be that useful to me on a home island. But if I wasn't not on my home island, if I was on another island, and I didn't have the creature comforts of home, snake potions are really handy, because if you're, like, heading off deep into a jungle to extract, like, a rare resource you can only get in that deep jungle, not having your food, water, and energy decay for a day is pretty freaking handy. Looks like you guys want me to improve the base next. So what I'll probably end up doing is trying to set up the clay kiln and the like. So I can start pottery. Because that's going to open up a lot of options for me. Also, sometime today, my clothing's going to decay away in like 0.3 days, so I'll start repairing it. Although I shouldn't do that at night, because I'll get hurt. There we go. Repair my... So I'll need more materials to repair the skirt and the other pieces. So the leaf skirt needs 1 more wide leaf, and then the sandals need 1 more narrow leaf. It might seem like pointless clothing, but if that decays away, in the sun, I would get sunburns pretty quickly. And getting sunburned is not a great condition to have. Especially when it stacks with, like, wounds and venom and sickness and everything else. Right? You don't want to start collecting all the health conditions. Ain't a good way to live. Well, we're almost home. This is where I killed the tortoise. Somewhere around here. And there was, in the whale bones, and I only know this now because of my infinite concentration, there was an interesting item in there that I can now see. So it's a ancient drawing. Hunting drawing. Neat. Can you see yourself in third person? Nope. Something I kind of wish you could see. I don't know why there... Or maybe I'm wrong. I don't think there's a key binding for third person. I guess I never checked. No, I don't see such key binding. I think it's first person only. So, do I have a curative for my runny nose? No. So let's make one before I go to sleep. I already have a torch lit, so that's going to be really easy. Yeah, that was a long excursion. Absolutely. So now my max health is not limited because of my illness. I should sort things better, but I'm just going to dump it all in and go to sleep. I am affected by wind chill. Whatever, I don't care. I'm not going to sleep very long. There we go. So now my health is totally fine. So current priority right now is to build a pottery station, upgraded chest, and kiln. So here's the pottery station, pottery workbench, and for that I need split logs. So we need to go cut down a tree. Also, before I leave, let's repair the leaf skirt, because it's about to break in like 10 seconds. So in order to cut down the tree, I need an axe, and then a saw blade. I might as well bring a cutter with me. And that's about it. For now. Also, I'd like to build a dehydrator. Is this just another craft-based survival game? It's kind of hard to answer that. It's a loaded question. Yes? But it also has like a overarching story, and I would argue that it's like a little bit more interesting than a lot of the other generic ones. Or I like it more? I don't know. It's a loaded question though. No, there is lore. There's lots and lots of lore. There's tons of lore and journals to unlock and chronicles and a whole story. So it is a a story-based game as a result. Alright. I will cut down some of the trees over in this direction before then taking my carpentry workbench back towards the base. I've ventured pretty far easterly here. I don't want to keep going this direction forever. You can see how setting your base up near where there's like lots of trees to be cut down is kind of ideal, because it's really hard to build if you have to run so far for the resources. Oh, that's where I killed the tortoise. It decayed away. So I needed split logs for the pottery workbench. The other thing I wanted to make was a kiln. So a kiln requires 2 pieces of clay and split logs, so I might as well get the split logs now. That's a coconut palm, I'm not going to cut that one down. Don't cut down the tree that feeds you. So that's 2 more split logs. I have plenty of carry weight, so let's keep going. My tools will probably eventually break, but that's not that big of a deal. Other things. I wanted a dehydrator, which is more split logs. So I'll get 6 split logs total. There we go. And I might as well get some additional split logs because it seems to be pretty much the like common denominator of a lot of the recipes that I'm heading towards. And my saw blade is just about cooked here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to destroy it. Pick up that massive stone so I can craft a new one. Because every time you repair something, its maximum durability drops. So at some point, it's more economical to make a new one than keep repairing a tool that is losing its durability more and more and more and more. I was hoping to find a small stone around here, but there's a stone collection site right over there, so I'll just collect stones. Alright, so I have all the split logs that I need for that stuff. So let's get this workbench back home. I do find that like moving the workbenches like this is a little goofy, but it certainly is handy until you get like a log cart or a boat that can help you log. How do I carry more? Carry more what? More carry weight? Get stronger. Right now I have a leather backpack, which is like one of the best bags, or the best bag that you can get. But you can get stronger in the game just by using your abilities. So right now my strength is 3, which increases my max carry weight by 15%, and next level will be, 20%, so on and so forth. So get swole, dude. Hit the gym. Do them squats. Or something. My raft does have storage, yes. And it has log storage. So I could take my raft and sail out to like an island that has trees on it, cut down the trees, and then sail back. The thing is, for your starter rafts, you could probably sprint faster. But later on, when you have like much better rafts, yeah, then that might be a decent way to get timber. But there's a bunch of trees to my north here, so I'm not worried about that at all. Alright, so I brought that home. Good, good, good. Let's, I'm gonna put everything away for tomorrow. I'll craft tomorrow. I'm gonna hit the hay now. My food and water could be better. So that's water. What do I have for food? I have eggs, but I would need to cook those. Sure, I guess I'll cook the eggs. Oh, I don't have my fire starter on me. Oh, this is sort of chicken and the egg, but what I'm going to do is, while I'm here, I'm going to make the flint so that I have a better fire starter. That also gives me a survival point. So I'm going to save up for at least 2 more survival points to get this thing, because it has a retroactive ability, which is really important to get early on. But then I can start moving my points around. Alright. 2 cooked eggs. Fried eggs. And you know what? While the fire is going, because I'm somewhat hungry, let's rustle up some food. I killed so many of these short-eared dogs back up in the mountains, but like there was no point in collecting them all because there were so many of them. You could also get food off of shells, but like there's a food poisoning risk in doing that, so I tend not to eat sketchy food. Okay, and the bow spindle I am just going to destroy, because now I have a flint. Alright, new day. So here is the pottery workbench, where I can make clay strips, which is used to make a whole bunch of things. The pottery workbench itself can be upgraded to an improved pottery workbench to unlock the ability to make raw clay pots with a half log and a long stick. The other thing I wanted to make was a kiln. And I'll put that next to the pottery workbench. And I need to grab my hammer to be able to build that thing. And this allows me to fire that clay pot that I found. So let's stick a twig in there and fire that bad boy up. There we go. Fired pot. Alright, taking a look at my priorities in the top left. Pottery station. Oh, so upgraded chest and dehydrator. So let's do those now too. So the upgraded chest, the point of it is it will prevent food loss, spoilage. So this right chest I will upgrade, meaning that like fresh food should go in this chest if there's food spoil timers. So like the worms, the toadstools, the feijoa, and then non-spoil stuff go in the left. I did want a new saw blade. I have obsidian, but I'm probably gonna save the obsidian for like a axe blade. So let's make a new stone saw blade. Because I think my stone saw I destroyed. And then make an obsidian axe blade. New goal, find obsidian. So with the obsidian axe blade, I go to tools, and now I can make an obsidian axe once I get a long handle, and I can make a long handle out of the big branch that I have. Ooh, it's raining. Alright, that was a lot of work. But now I can phase out this stone axe, which has been repaired a whole lot, so I'm just going to dismantle it for parts. And stick the parts away. For a obsidian axe, which has much higher durability. And can be used in a fight in a pinch. The fired pot that I just got can be turned into a clay rain water collector, which stores up to 40 water instead of the 10. The improved... and also the hearth with a pot, which is what I wanted to do. So I need 2 more long sticks for that. But then I intend to build that next. Because that opens up a lot of crafting options. But before I venture out to go make one of those bad boys, let's go and capitalize on all this rain. And I also haven't built my dehydrator. Okay, that's about it. So for the dehydrator, this allows you to dry out stuff so it lasts longer. So this needs long sticks as well. So I need a whole bunch of long sticks. And a bunch of rope. Which, for that I need more narrow leaves. That was a short rainstorm. So I need to go collect long sticks for the hearth with a pot and dehydrator. I decided the hearth with the pot would be good to do. I'm losing daylight, and I'm really tired. So let's just go to sleep now. For a fresh day. Alright, I'm pretty soon going to finish that task, so I'll pull you guys about the next one. So, improving gear. If you pick that, I might make the bow, because I already have, like, bone arrows. So I might make the bow to pair with the bone arrows, and also possibly a boat. Improving the base would be adding more crafting machines. So, like, an improved carpentry workbench, or an improved pottery workbench, or a charcoal pile, those kind of things. Or even potentially a farm, although I don't really have seeds that I want to grow right now. Exploring would be trying to map the rest of this island with all the cartography trees that I have not yet to hit. Because as you can see, I don't have a lot of the map explored, like really not much at all. And also, I don't have a source of obsidian found yet, and I don't have a source of clay found yet. And finding both obsidian and clay would be very useful. Or work on a mission. I got those long sticks. I actually don't know where another source of long stick is around here. So let's see how much of the current projects I had queued up I can finish with what I currently have. I can also get another skill point by just making a date juice collector. So I might want to make one of those just anyway, even though you don't necessarily vote on it, because it will give me a survival point. But obsidian would be really nice, because it would give me the ability to have, like, obsidian arrows, and obsidian spear, and all sorts of that kind of stuff. Okay, so here's the dehydrator. I can upgrade this with another split rope, leaves, and long sticks. But the way this works is you can stick, like, snake tails or dried meat, if I had salt, or dates for dried dates, in order to have the food keep longer. And I still need more long sticks. Okay. So there was long sticks this direction, but it's a bit far off. Are those crabs edible? They sure are. They're just not a lot of protein. I'm not too worried about my food, even though my food is dropping, because the forageable food is really easy to find. Yes, and I'm just on the starter island. Without spoiling too much, every other zone has like 2 or 3 islands to give you the scope of the game. So, the starter island is, to be fair, a relatively larger island than a lot of the islands that you interact with. It's not to say that it's the largest. So, yeah, I mean, this game is, like, massive. A massive amount of stuff to explore. Alright, vote timer, you got about 1.5 minutes. And I am still trying to make the upgraded hearth. There was long sticks down here, but I already collected those, so I'll have to keep moving on. Another big thing that I have not yet done is leather tanning. So that would be pretty handy to start doing as well. To put my thumb on the scale a little bit, and that would be improve the base through machines. But I think initially what I could do is work on weapons. So, follow-up question. Should I build a new boat or just new weapons? So, the boat that I know how to make right now, I know how to make a canoe. If you want me to make a new canoe. But that does require me to get dried hide, which does require me to get a tanning facility. So, at the moment, if you want me to make a boat, I am going to need to start working on a tannery. Because I'm not going to get dried... well, it's possible to find dried hide, but, like, I'm not likely to find random things of dried hide already ready for me. You know, I'm going to need to make dried hide from scratch. By killing an animal with hides, which would be a peccary or a boar, and then tanning that hide with a tannery. And, you know, it's a process. It's a process that I'm absolutely committed to do if you vote on it, but it's a process. Alright, food and water's full. Thanks to gathering. And, I know I'm not that... oh, I don't have my charcoals on me. I was gonna map. So let's just wander this forest until I find some more long sticks. I also wouldn't mind more big branches. The big branch trees look pretty unique, so they're usually pretty easy to identify. Even if I don't have this area mapped. Right straight ahead, this tree has the big branches, the jerboa, or whatever it's called. Jatoba. Jerboa is like an animal. Alright, so I got more big branches, cool. Because big branches is a ingredient you need pretty often. Oh, and more liana for ropes. Visit the arch in the jungle. So this was one that the observatory overlooked. And using my concentration mode, I can tell that there's an arc here with a snake potion, more obsidian, and a book. This book teaches me some benefit of fishing once read. Unfortunately for me, I don't particularly care for fishing in this game, or really any game, but like, cool, a book. Seeds to a feijoa. That's actually a plant I like to plant. Most of the plants I like don't care for, because you can scavenge in the wild for them pretty easily, but the feijoa provide a resource I kind of like. And you guys want a boat and weapons. Got it. Should I make a new canoe or upgrade the raft? So, thumb on the scale, or at least more information. The canoe, the raft is pretty usable up until you get... So, how to put this? The canoe is fast and will allow me to go island hopping quickly, but the raft is completely usable. You almost don't need a... So the only thing the canoe would allow me to do is to visit the future islands, like the next island, without collecting extra map pieces. But you can absolutely use a raft to get there if you have the map pieces, which I already have 3/5 of. And the canoe is not good enough to get to the island after that. Meaning that if I make a canoe, it will become obsolete relatively quickly. And then there's, if we just look ahead, because this isn't really spoiling, you can see that there's a different type of boat here, a different type of boat here. So this is kind of like a catamaran. This is like a schooner. And then these are even more advanced. This is like a galleon of some sort. And then this is like some big native ship. So there's a whole bunch of different boats. The reason I mention that is if you don't have to make a boat, maybe you don't make a boat. But it's up to you. I'm totally happy making a canoe and going through the prerequisites of getting the materials necessary. I'm just letting you know that, you know, technology phases out quickly. Or something. Okay, these look like long branched plants. Oh, tobacco. Tobacco leaves are used to treat burns. Oh no, these are pterodon. Dang it. Oh, there goes gravity. You know, like I said, gravity's a little weird. You just saw that firsthand, where that animal just, like, jumped and was like, hey, gravity? What's that? And, like, went aloft. I am actually in the mouth of the bay. So there's some story-type stuff over that way, which I'll poke around in just a second. But I'm still trying to collect long sticks. How heavy am I? 39? Okay, I don't want to collect too many because I'll weigh myself down. Reach the location near the bay. I just did, kind of accidentally. So there's builder toolkits here, a builder's hammer, the Columbus spyglass, chamomile seeds, and an obsidian saw, which I, surprisingly enough, have carry weight for. Cool. That saw blade is, like, almost broken. This is not a bad base location. And then this is, like, survival tasks. Build a house, build a water collector, make a spear. You know, kind of already been there, done that. What's the last one of the survival tasks that I've not yet done? I've done 4/5 of it, but it won't tell me what... what I haven't of that piece done. I don't know. So, one of the advantages of the spyglass here is it increases mapping range by 25%, and the bonus always works. So, sometimes you get artifacts that you find through the story that gives you, like, a permanent bonus. So, it's really handy to, you know, do some of the story stuff, because it gives you bonuses. So, the other thing that we could try to do... there's a cartography tree up here, and I haven't mapped off that one. So I'm going to go map off that one, and you guys just want me to upgrade the raft. So that's what I'm going to do, is make a bow and upgrade the raft. I know, thumb on the scale. I put my thumb on the scale and was like, you know what, canoe might not be worth it. But I just didn't want to commit to collecting all the resources for something I'm only going to use a few times. Because the canoes aren't great. Alright, in order to get up this bad boy, I'm going to need to collect some narrow leaves, and then also collect some sticks so I can make some more mapping charcoal. It is pretty late in the day, so I gotta do this quickly before I lose sunlight. So those are sticks, and leaves for the rope, and that's all I need to map off of this tree. Come on, let me place it. I'll place it right next to the snake. Sometimes it's a little fussy about letting you place too close to these trees, because they're like story trees, for lack of a better. Come on, flint, quick. There we go. The reason why this is timed is once it's dark, I can't map. So I'm trying to do it quickly. There we go. I got my charcoal. Got my rope. And climb. Boom! So, we have boars, special objects, jackals, a new type of animal, more special objects, another cartography tree that I could map off of. You know, it's revealed a pretty sizable swath of the southern half of this island. So the northern half of the island is not yet known, but like most of the southern half of the island is, I now know, and it can spot all the resources and everything. So let's work on those priorities that you voted on. And I might want to get some breadfruit for my trip home. So there's a breadfruit tree to my west. Or bread tree, whatever you want to call it. Stop grabbing the ladder. The ladder, so that you don't like easily plummet to your death. You kind of like glue onto or something, for lack of a better term, when you're climbing, so you can't just like, ooh, that's a snake. So you can't just like fall down to your doom so easily, because that would suck. But trying to detach from that sometimes is annoying. Eucalyptus, yes please. I already have as many cattails as I need. Here's breadfruit. And the reason I wanted the breadfruit is breadfruit gives a lot of water, and I was kind of low on water. So now I'm like max water, or max food, just about max water. And there's even more breadfruit in the ground that I could collect to max out my water. Because being at max stats when you go to sleep is like super useful. There is... Oh, I just past it. Where is it? Oh, here it is. More berries. And when I get back, I'll finally be able to do the hearth with the pot, so I can cook a much wider array of things, which is great. What can you do with breadfruit in the game? You can create baked cakes out of eggs and breadfruit, which gives you food and restores health. So it's a tasty dish, which heals you. Oh, but I do have a stomachache right now, from probably eating raw breadfruit. So let's pick up chamomile. So I just picked up some chamomile. Oh god, the chamomile flowers weigh so much I'm slowed down. Rip. Picked up some chamomile flowers so I can make a tummy ache cure. Can I maybe not? You know what? Give me... I'm going to use a snake potion. It's kind of a misuse of a snake potion because I'm not doing like long-range exploration, but I'd rather not have to constantly sleep. Alright, that's the hearth with the pot. Lighting it up. And now I can make bandage with red gum, which is eucalyptus and wide leaf. I can make tobacco compresses to help with burns. And I can make chamomile juice to help with tummy aches, which I currently have one, so consumed. Alright, cool. Putting stuff I don't need on me away. Bet box is just about full. Because I don't really fish, I'm not even going to bother with a fishing book. Thank you for tuning in to Survival Fountain of Youth, which originally streamed live on Twitch September 17th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below, but please keep in mind I'm trying to avoid spoilers in the comments, so don't spoil anything. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow survivors.